Good morning, Vande Matram. Here in this session, we are going to have a brief discussion on region is the master. That is the topic. Region must be the master. That is the topic of discussion for right now. So we will have a brief discussion on region. You know, if we think of something, if we do something, if we move anywhere, most of the time we keep asking the question, then what is the reason behind all these things? Even your thinking, your movement, your activity, what is the reason behind all these things? Most of the time, not one or two, everybody. That is the primal question, and that is of course the stopper question, the major question we ask: what is the reason behind? If I am doing, then what is the reason behind it? If not doing, that is what is the reason behind it? So this is the thing normally we keep asking, and of course if we keep doing. So we'll mother course. Region must be the master. That is to be discussed right now from mother, and finally we'll try to conclude from Sri Aurobindo. So it is a good thing to begin to learn at the early age that to lead an efficient life and obtain from one's body the maximum it is able to give. Region must be the master of the house. Regine must be the master of the doubt, master of the house. For two points are there. Mother stresses on 2 points. Number one, it is to learn at the early age that to lead and efficient life. To learn about about how to lead the efficient life, and obtain from one's body the maximum to obtain from the body maximum it is able to give. Body is giving, there is no doubt of it, but the maximum we must learn to have to learn maximum what it can give. Region must be the master of the house. For that, region must be the master of the house. There must be a region. Already we have discussed in the early point of discussion. And it is not a question of yoga or higher realization. Mother course, some people, some ordinary conscious people, they may ask you, then it is also there, it is applicable only to the yoga or higher consciousness or sadhana, nothing like this. Mother course, not the question of yoga or higher realization. It is something which should be taught everywhere. That's what we have already initially we have quoted. That must be taught everywhere, not in the school, in family, in every home. A man was made to be a mental being. Everywhere, in school, in every go of life, all the fit, all the inching, all the life, entire life you are inching forward, you are leading. Everywhere it must be learned, and merely to be man, a mental being, merely to be a man. We are not speaking of anything else. We are speaking only of being a man, how to become a man, how to become a man. So region must be the guide, region must be the master, and region must push you forward, and you must have the best guide to take region as your guide, as your thing. Life must be dominated by region and not by vital impulses. Most of the time, vitality, impulses, vital force, all these actually guide. But the mother course, life must be dominated by reason, not by vital impulses. This should be taught to all the children from their infancy, from the very beginning. The kids must be, the infants must be taught how to use region, how to befriend the region, how the region must dominate, how you will be guided by the region, not by any vital impulses. So the first thing which should be taught to every human being, as soon as he is able to think, when he starts, and of course he learns to think, the very first thing to be taught, that is, it should obey region, which is a super instinct of the sciences. Region is the super instinct of the sciences, and from the very infancy, when he started learning, from that time onwards, it must be taught. Region is the master of nature of mankind. Region is the master of the nature of mankind. Very interesting, very good analysis by the mother. So mother quotes, region is the master of the nature of mankind, and the latter everything that must master over its nature. One must obey the region and absolutely refuse to be the slave of instincts. That is another thing, another big point Mother has quoted. One must obey the region and absolutely refuse to be the slave of instincts. As here I am not talking to you about the yoga. I am not talking about the spiritual life, not to, at all. It is nothing to do with that. It is just a common instinct, common format, common problem in life, and you must try to learn it, try to go through it. That is a very important mother course. Purely human life. Every human being who obeys anything other than reason is a kind of a brute, lower than the animal. Very interesting mother course. Who is not man is a reasoning mind, reasoning animal. He is having he's a rational animal. Is a rational being. He is moved by the reasons. He is having a reasoning mind. So people who is not obeying anything other than the reason is kind of a brute, lower than the animal. That's what. Brute, lower than the animal mother course. It must be taken care of. It must be understood permanently. And that's all. And this should be taught everywhere. Not in yoga, not in spiritual life, not in the sadhana, but every point of life, every part of the life, it must be taught. And it is the basic education which should be given to children, very basis of the education that must be given to children. And the reign of reason again must come to an end only with the advent of the psychic law. That is the most thing. Don't think that is that reason must be the master. It is in the initial form, initial phase, initial instinct. It must, it initiality has got the initiality. But as you proceed on, as you move past, then this in the past you can obey the psychic law. Then reason has got nothing to do. Reason will be suppressed. It has got no that much importance as we fail with it. The reign of reason must come to an end only with the advent of the psychic law. So, who is manifest in the divine will? That is the great thing, really great thing. Reason of reign of reason. Reason will reign. It has a good virtue. It must be learned. In the vital impulses must be displaced by the reason. You are a rational being, reasoning animal. You have got the reasoning mind. Everything is good. But the thing is that this reign of reason must end, must come to an end with the advent of the psychic law. Advent of the psychic law, which manifest the divine will. So that must be taken care of. And till then, reason has got its value. But in people staying in ordinary consciousness, even they don't know what is the reason. Why? Anyway, mother goes forward with the another point of discussion. Mother course, reason is developed by using it. How can you use the reason? That must be developed. It is not a one-time procedure. It must be progressive. You must carry it out. Reason must be developed by using it. So one question was put to the mother, how can the reason can be developed? How can the reason be developed? That is what the question. So mother quotes, by using it as much as you are using it. So suppose you are cleaning your body, your skin, so it will be getting glitter. Like this, you are using and cleansing, burning the gold. It is getting glitter and glitter, more glitter, glittering more and more. So by using it, you have to use it. Resin is developed like muscles. Very interesting. Resin is developed by like muscles, like the wheel. So you have to use it, and with this like the muscles you are developing, like the wheel you are developing, like this resin must be developed by using it. So all these things are developed by rational use. Rational use anyway, because again we are using the term rational. So developed by rational use. Reason everywhere possesses reason. Reason, everyone possesses the reason. That is, it is not monopoly. Reason is there, common to all. It is possessed by all. Everyone possesses reason. Only he does not make use of it. That is the criteria. That is the lacuna. Everyone have possessed the region, but the problem, better problem is that he never uses it. Some people are very much afraid of region because it contradicts their impulses. Some people are afraid of region because it contradicts. Suppose they have taken a vital thought, vital impulse, they have gone with a ordinary mind. When that region comes and contradicts, they get afraid, they get fear. So they get it contradicts their impulses. So they prefer not to listen to it. Why unnecessary? We will go into the mud, and we have latter part. In the latter part, we have to wash the leg. Why? Again and again, they keep asking the same question. Then naturally, one makes it the habit not to listen to the listen. It has been habituated. Because why unnecessary will listen, it will contradict, we will find problems. Why to enter inside and instead of developing it loses the light more and more. Instead of developing it loses the light. That light is coming. So it is more and more because they are habituated. They are having the habit of ignoring it, not listening it. To develop region, you must want to do it sincerely. That is what. To develop it, it is not already I have put it, not one time procedure. So you have to keep on progressing sincerely, want it to do it sincerely. If one side you tell yourself, I want to develop my region, I want to develop my region, and the other side you don't listen to what the region tells you, then chapter is closed. It is not of use. In one side, in one part, you are opening to the region, you keep reciting, murmuring, I want to develop my region. On the another side, what you are doing, when the force is there, the impulse is there, the region is there, you don't pay it to it. You simply don't listen to what the region tells you to do. Then you never come to anything, because naturally at each time it tells you, don't do this, do this, this is like this. The echo will come, don't do this, do this. So you are not in a position to be abided by. You don't want to listen unnecessarily. Why you want to rush inside? So you do the opposite. What the message is coming, you just do opposite. When the echo is coming, you don't listen. The instruction what is coming to you, you are trying to neglect and get rid of. It will lose the habit of saying anything else. So it will never say you something that is quite natural, because you are not listening. Why unnecessary it will waste their time and energy? So instead of pushing you, instead of advising you and doing something for you, simply it will keep silent, and it will actually deflect back. So now couple of lines we will read from Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo quotes already. You know, region was the helper and region is the bar. It is Sri Aurobindo. Region initially was the helper for this region, with this region, by this region, through this region, and of course being guided by the region, you have come so far. And here, when this law of already we have discussed law of the psychic, when it is prevailing by the divine will, so region has got nothing to do, then it comes as a bar. Was the helper is the bar. And when region died, then wisdom was born. With the when region died, that is what you have already expected. You have listened. When region died, then wisdom was born. Wisdom and the knowledge, knowledge something we are groping under, and simply we are searching something inside the strangling darkness, and some get something or think something, plan something, or of course achieve something that is half truth. But wisdom, that is, we see everything in the sight of the soul, in the spirit's vision. That is true, no doubt, undoubtedly it is true, there is no doubt of it. So when vision died, wisdom was born. Initially, religion has got its value, it has got its value. But when the reign of this already, the great point has been quoted by Mother, the reign of religion ends when the psychic law prevails over it with the divine will. Again, here in the course, region divide, wisdom marries contrasts in a single harmony. Region divides this, that, this, that. I can remove that two great philosophers. They were sitting on a amicable bench to discuss over something else, and one of them actually told, "This is the truth," and the another he's telling that, "Okay, let me leave." So she is astonished. Why you came for the discussion? Nothing has been done. Why you are getting up and you think like leaving? What is the purpose? What is the procedure, reason behind it? And the man, actually the philosopher, is explaining, when you feel that this is the truth, okay, it is for you, that the universal truth, the truth, this is the truth maybe for you, but not for me, not for the world, not for the universe, it is not universal. So when you claim this is the truth, means you have decided that what I say, my region is 100% correct and nothing is has a place. So why unnecessary I will go and sit here instead of making a quarrel, pondering over things we have got no base, no region. So I want to leave. So region divides, wisdom marries contrast in a single harmony. Then of course Mother steer in the course. The integral truth of things is a truth not of the region but of the spirit. Region has got its value, it has got its answer in the initial phase, but when you cross over, overcome, you get elevated, you come to the point of the spirit, you be guided, then spirit alone is truth. The only business of region is to arrange and criticize the perceptions, that is what. Only business of religion is to arrange and criticize the perceptions, nothing more. You have to be very much careful. It is neither in itself or by or any means of positive conclusions or any command to action. It is neither in itself any means to positive conclusion. It can never give no positive conclusion nor any command to action. It is only an intermediary. You must know. So Regin has been the Prometheus of the mythical parable, the helper, instructor, elevating friend, and the civilizer of mankind. Regin is not the last word, nor reasoning animal is the supreme figure of nature that must be taken care of. Thank you.